as if the offensive line depth wasn't bad enough already. The Colts just lost another rookie to a season-ending injury. Season-ending injury. He was just put on IR, and when you were put on IR prior to roster cuts, prior to shaving down to the 53-man roster that you'll have throughout the season, he's done. Can't be brought back. That's it for the season. He's donezo. First of all, I'd like to welcome you to the JDW Sports Talk Show, where every fan is welcome. If you enjoy Colts content, NFL content, this is a place for you. I promise. You will not regret it. It's a great community. We're building it from the ground up. If you want to be a part of it, like, subscribe, put the post notification bell on so you don't miss any future videos. Let's go for a like goal of round 13. So, Jake Witt, he was an athlete in basketball and football. Very good in basketball, very good in football. He gets offered to go to this college, playing at college, and he was a tight end most of his career for football. He was a tight end. Midway through his junior or sophomore year in college, he was moved to right tackle for an emergency, and the rest is history. He just took it away. He was incredible. And it's very impressive. It shows a lot of character. It really shows to who he is as a person. He works hard. He stays calm. Well, maybe not necessarily say calm, but he works no matter what. No matter the circumstances, he works his butt off and he finds a way to execute. Very important. Now, he is coming from a smaller school, so the competition isn't as good as it would be if you're playing for a D1 school, like an Ohio State, that's on the extreme spectrum, but from a Division II school. And there's a lot to like about him. As I just mentioned, moving from tight end to right tackle in an emergency situation and playing good right off the bat, it's impressive. Being a multi-sport athlete, very impressive. Very important. And this offensive line depth, as I mentioned to start the video, is not very good. We also drafted Blake Freeland. We signed Dan Skipper a few days ago. We signed an undrafted free agent, an Emil Ikoy Jr. from Alabama. So we have a few guys that we signed and brought in. Are any of them proven, or any of them proven to at least be competent? No. Dan Skipper is huge. He's one of the top. I think he is the tallest player in the NFL. If I'm not mistaken. One of the tallest. One of the biggest. He's not very good. He has not been very good with the Patriots or the Lions. Emil Ikoy Jr. He's listed as a third left guard. We do need a right guard because you got Will Fries, Denny Pinner. Will Fries is better than Pinner, but Pinner, never want to see him at right guard again. So, as I'm going through this offensive line, it's not great. And I just talked about the interior. You look at the exterior, which I guess you call tackles. Well, it is a tackles, JW. It's not, I guess, it is a tackles. So, Jake Witt going down hurts. Because he was actually taking second-team reps at left tackle. So, he went from playing tight end to being an emergency right tackle to now competing for a left tackle job in the NFL in training camp, being a 7th-round pick. I'm not saying he was going to win it. That's Bernhard Raimann's spot to lose right now. But it shows that he's fighting. It shows that the staff has that confidence in him. Usually, your left tackles are more athletic. They're more balanced. They're kind of just they're better athletes. And the fact that he was ready putting at left tackle is impressive. He's really raw. And he's got a lot of work to do. Especially, coming from a lower competition school, it's very difficult to come to the NFL from college in the first place and compete. Big talent gap. And then you come from a division school to a smaller school in which he transitioned from tight end to right tackle. It just shows how hard working he is and how, he doesn't care what situation he's put in. He's going to work his rear end off, and he's going to make it work. He's going to execute. Now, I would have thought that Blake Freeland would have been competing for a left tackle spot. At BYU, he improved every single year. Every year, he had some kind of improvement. And over the last 2 years was really positive improvement, especially the last year. But he's big. He's got a lot of things to work on as well, Blake Freeland. He is the universe. I don't like to say the sky at times. I kind of like to say the stars to the limit. Because stars go on forever. the sky stops. So it's like, are you really giving him... let's not even go through that thing right now. Okay, let's not go through that rabbit hole. I'm just talking about nonsense, but I think you get what I'm trying to say. Blake Freeland, he's huge. Very good athlete. But I believe he's been taking reps at right tackle, second team. They may be thinking about guard for him as well, because they do have Braden Smith over there. Or backup right tackle. As I was saying, it's the offensive line. Other than Quentin Nelson, Ryan Kelly, Braden Smith, there's questions. Right guard, there's questions. I'd argue there's some questions with Ryan Kelly. Could he stay healthy? Could he stay consistent? Could he take lead of this offensive line again? Could he take back the reins? Actually, could Braden Smith stay healthy? Honestly, the only player I don't have questions about is Quentin Nelson. I know you could say they are because last year he took a step down, but he took a step down and he was still a Pro Bowler. So I think he's fine. Obviously, he wasn't like he was the first 1 or 2 years of his career. He's kind of taking a step down every year. It's kind of odd. It's supposed to be the opposite, but I fully believe Quentin Nelson having a new voice in the room. He's going to get nasty again. He's going to help the rest of this offensive line. And then Bernhard Raimann, he's got questions because he's got a lot to learn. He looked good last year. He was bad to start, improved every single game. By the end of the season, he was looking pretty good. He was looking solid. So if he can continue to improve, that's Bernhard Raimann's spot. He's not losing that spot if he plays like he did last year. But as we've seen a lot of rookies struggle early on in the year, do better as the season goes on. And it's the same cycle. Rocky Sin is a perfect example. Seemed like he always struggled to start the season. As the season went on, he got better. And then he just kind of spiraled into an inconsistent play. But back to the point where the offensive line depth is just not there. So losing Jake Witt, another rookie, stings a little bit. Especially with him taking second team reps at left tackle. So I want you guys to let me know what you think. You think it's a big loss? I absolutely think so. Let's look at the depth chart real quick. So Colts depth chart. Let's see who's at tackle. I don't even know. I think is Cardell O'Donnell still on the team? I'm not sure. So let's look real quick. Bernhard Raimann, Cardell O'Donnell's on the team. Matthew Vanderslice, he's a rookie. I think he's a UDFA. Wesley French is a backup center. Okay. Dakota Shepley, not good. Arlington Hambright is listed as the third right guard, which I actually thought he was a back left guard. It looks like they move him. Will Fries is a starter right guard. You have Denny Pinner in backup. But you look at the tackles again. You have Blake. Oh yeah, so Blake Freeland is listed behind Braden Smith. So that's where he's listed. But I would not be shocked if they tried him at right guard at some point throughout the career. This year. I think that would be a nice little experiment. Whether he plays well or not, I think you need to take the shot, take the experiment, and see how he plays. I mean, at this point, you got to figure it out at right guard. Will Fries isn't the long-term answer. You can maybe be an all-right stopgap, an all-right guy to fill in until you find the guy. A year. Dear God, I don't ever want to see Denny Pinner back at that right guard spot. That was a horror movie. Matt Pryor as well. I'm happy he's gone. Point is, losing him sucks. And he's a young player that had a lot of potential. And sometimes when you suffer this kind of injury and you lose an entire year, the player just doesn't get the chance back. The NFL's a business. The game goes on. So it's the harsh reality of the game. But that's all I got from me. Thank you for tuning in to the JDW Sports Talk Show, where every fan is welcome. If you enjoy this video, make sure to like, subscribe, put the post notification bell on so you don't miss any future videos. I don't know why I'm talking about like this, but I am. So, catch you later. It's JW, signing off.